An airport for Western Sydney promises to be one of Australia's most exciting infrastructure projects in decades and will ensure Sydney remains Australia's gateway to the world. The number of people travelling by air in the Sydney region is expected to more than double to around 87 million passengers a year over the next 20 years. Sydney's current aviation capacity cannot handle this growing demand alone, and if no action is taken, Australia could forego billions of dollars to the national economy. A Western Sydney airport at Badgerys Creek will meet future aviation demand and provide economic benefits now and for generations to come. With a population of 2 million people, Western Sydney would be Australia's fourth largest city in its own right. A Western Sydney airport will be a catalyst for the region's economic future, as a further 1 million people move to the area by the 2030s. The proposed airport will support this growing population by creating more jobs closer to home and better connecting businesses to national and international markets. Good transport links will be essential for the airport. The Australian and New South Wales governments have committed $3.6 billion to the Western Sydney Infrastructure Plan. This program will provide major road and transport linkages to the airport before it opens in the mid-2020s. The new M12 motorway will be the major access road to the airport site. The Australian and New South Wales governments are now working together so that rail infrastructure is in place at the right time. Preparing the Badgerys Creek site for construction will be a significant task. Approximately 22 million cubic metres of soil would need to be levelled and redistributed across the site, enough to fill almost 9,000 Olympic swimming pools. The Western Sydney Airport Plan sets out the vision for a 21st century airport. On opening, a Western Sydney airport would be able to handle the full range of domestic and international aircraft. Stage 1 of the airport would deliver one runway and initially serve around 5 million passengers a year. That number is expected to grow to 10 million passengers 5 years after opening, similar in size to Adelaide Airport today. In addition to the terminal and runway areas, the airport will also include cargo facilities, dedicated maintenance areas, a public transport hub, easy access parking from the upgraded road network, and areas set aside for business parks. At twice the land size of the existing Sydney airport, a Western Sydney airport will grow with demand. As passenger numbers grow, the terminal and airport facilities will expand, and by 2050, a second runway would need to be built. The airport will provide thousands of jobs and attract a range of industries and businesses to the surrounding area. Unlike Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport, careful planning over the last 3 decades has protected the Badgerys Creek site from encroaching residential development. This means a Western Sydney airport will be capable of operating without a curfew, meeting the needs of the community and business. It also means that Sydney will finally have a curfew-free airport that can maximise economic benefits while taking care to minimise impacts on the community. A new airport presents a rare opportunity to adopt the latest in technology and design so that it can operate efficiently and sustainably. The airport will be required to meet national sustainability rating standards. By adopting these standards, the airport will be able to reduce its environmental impact during construction and operation through energy efficiency, water use and urban planning. The Western Sydney Airport Environmental Impact Statement describes measures to minimise the potential impacts of the airport on the surrounding environment. These measures will include on-site water recycling and surface water treatment, improved air quality by using ground-based power for aircraft sitting at gates, and an environmental conservation zone along Badgerys Creek. A Western Sydney airport will transform the region into a modern, vibrant city with jobs closer to where people live. The Australian Government will continue to work with the community as planning continues for Western Sydney's International Gateway. For more information, please visit westernsydneyairport.gov.au.